The door was kicked open by giant military-issue boots, black-clad agents bursting into the house, kicking Jared to the floor and injecting him with something, taking him back into a van, driving him to a facility that he would have been taken to willingly if he had made another choice, testing and testing him, scanning and experimenting, cutting him open to see how he ticked. Jared pulled away from the mirror. He now knew why he had such a strong desire to get out of the city, and wondered if his subconscious knew what was coming for him, as if he had observed himself without his knowledge, and some vocal part of his mind had been leading him this whole time. He ran down the stairs, grabbed his coat, and took the bag as the door burst open. He wasn't quick enough to react, wasn't fast enough to observe them, taking a baton to the face before he could see it coming. The hit took him down. Another baton to the back of the head knocked him out. In an instant, he was bathed in darkness. Unconsciousness brought with it vivid dreams, and a legato tidal wave of pain, washing back and forth across the scenes as they played out. Jared saw 3 men standing around as his body lay on a gurney fastened in the back of the van. A ripple of pain rolled across the scene as he watched one of the 4 reach into a cupboard built into the interior and withdraw a syringe and a bottle of clear liquid. "What's she getting that for? Is that cold?" said the one to the left of Jared's head. "Want to be sure, don't you?" "They said he was dangerous," said the one with the needle. "He don't look dangerous to me," said the one by Jared's feet. The one with the syringe inserted it into Jared's median cubital vein and pushed the plunger down. Jared felt like his blood was on fire. His eyes opened and he looked around. He was in the back of the dark van. The man who had the syringe in his dream was delving into the cupboard. He turned around and Jared feigned unconsciousness. "What's she getting that for? Is that cold?" said the one to the left. "Want to be sure, don't you?" "They said he was dangerous," said the one holding the needle. "He don't look dangerous to me," said the one by Jared's feet. The one with the syringe approached Jared. He pictured the scene as he saw it in his dream, counted the seconds from the moment he heard those words to when he felt the needle, and prepared himself. As the syringe was about to break his skin, he burst into action. Grabbing the man's hand, he pulled the arm out of the way and pushed the syringe into his captor's leg, forcing the plunger down before he rolled off the table to his feet. Even though the back of the van was dark, he could still observe. The man who was previously on his left threw a punch across the table, knocking Jared into the wall, whilst the one that was by his feet grabbed him and waited for his colleague to grab another syringe and inject him. Jared winced as he surfed the migraine's wave and dodged a punch that was coming, throwing one back of his own that was ineffective against his giant kidnapper. He observed them again and reacted to another punch before it was thrown, this time grabbing the man's arm and pulling him over the table, moving behind him and slamming a fist into his balls. He observed the other man reaching to his belt and pulling out a taser, firing and knocking him out. Jared grabbed the man on the table and lifted him up as the taser's probes fired, throwing him back to the table as the electricity coursed through him. Another observation of the man with the taser, biting his lip as the pain stabbed through his mind. He was going to come directly at him, but the van was about to swerve. Jared took a step back and ran towards the man before he had a chance to act. He reached for the door handle and barged into him with his shoulder, knocking him back out of the van as they turned, the man rolling into the path of a car that bounced over him and came to a standstill. Jared waited, watched the 2 men in the van, observed that they were unconscious until the driver realized that his cargo had fled. He waited for the vehicle to stop at a set of lights and got out, walking away from the scene and trying to ignore the pain that had now become staccato jabs into the back of his eyes. He needed to find somewhere safe, somewhere he could recover and plan his next move, somewhere nobody would ever think of looking for him. And he knew exactly where he was going.